Danny Gatton may be the world's greatest unknown guitar player. At age 43, this gritty guitar player appears to be finally emerging from obscurity for a variety of reasons, some personal and some having to do with plain bad luck. Danny Gatton has never released an album on a major record label, but his guitar work is as quick as lightning and his range is legend. Danny Gatton has been dazzling audiences and winning raves from other guitar players since he first began sneaking into Washington area clubs at age 14. We're very pleased to have him join us now, and welcome.
Thank you, Jim.
Nice to have you here. This is Guitar Player, not a magazine that I read regularly, but it's good. And it says, free record, the incredible Danny Gatton. And then it comes here and it says, he has been called the world's greatest unknown guitarist, but what famous guitarist could outplay him? Why do they call you the world's most famous and best unknown guitarist? What's happened in this career so that more people don't know about someone as good as you are?
I think my basic problem over the years was lack of management.
Really?
Yes, I never had a manager, but this year I finally got one, a fellow named Ellis Duncan out of New York, who I'd known for years. I had to get some business guidance, more or less.
Because if you read an article, and these are written by people who know music, and they say, after proclaiming the guy the best country, rockabilly, blues, and soul player on the planet, the innocent bystander begins to wonder, have I stumbled upon simply the best guitarist in the world? I mean, it must be frustrating to know how good you are, and the world doesn't know.
Well, it is. I mean, it has been. I've been playing professionally since '57, when I was 12. And there was a period that I went through that I didn't play at all.
Oh, you hung it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, and worked as a sheet metal worker or something like that.
Well, I was forced into doing that when I got out of high school. My father insisted that I have a trade and not just play music. But a couple of years ago, I decided I probably wouldn't play for a while. And
when you hung it up, I mean, this is when you hung up, because this has been your standby.
This particular one I've had for about 9 years.
Yeah. Willie Nelson has
Willie signed it.
We've got a little thing here. This is
fingernail file in case I need to touch up the nails there in the heat of the battle.
Do something for me just to show the virtuosity, and then we'll...
Well, you can play jazz on this rascal. Change of the tone. You could go. Little Merle Travis.
Yeah.
Another change of the tone. You can play the blues.
The one thing they talk about too, that you've been in some bands and you've played in some bands, quite a few. That's right. But that you got fired sometimes, they say, because you were so much better than the other musicians that they were embarrassed.
No,
that's lower or apocryphal?
No, that never happened. I think what you're alluding to is getting fired from the clubs because we drew too many people.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's what happened.
You mean so many people want to come in and see you that
the
clubs...
in smaller places, and they couldn't handle the volume of people. Yeah. And particularly at Gallagher's on Pennsylvania Avenue here in Southeast. In D.C., we played there for a couple of years. And because it was a small place and, you know, the word got out, they didn't even advertise it. It was just a madhouse. So they couldn't handle the volume, so they said, you got to go, but the band can stay.
Yeah. But see, it just stuns me. I mean, some people would say, you know, Danny didn't want it bad enough, or Danny had a wish not to be, so he didn't want fame.
There's some truth in that, too.
Really?
I think so.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. Maybe I just had to get a little older to decide what I really wanted to do, because I've had other major interests, like building cars.
Yeah, I know. What do you repair? What?
Well, it's not repairing things. I mean, I restore antique cars and build street rods and customs, like the sort of things you would see in the 50s.
But now, at the young age of 43, you've decided that, you know, I've got some special talent here, and I might as well see how far I can take it.
That's exactly what I'm doing, just to see how far it'll go.
Yeah. What would be thrilling? I mean, what would make your day? A record contract?
Oh, yeah, record contract. I'm having a great time right now.
Yeah.
You know? Things are so much different than they were 6 months ago.
Yeah, what changed it?
The press.
Yeah. People take note.
I mean, it's
national
the thing
television.
Is just snowballed. Guitar Player magazine was, I think, were the first people that became interested.
This one?
And then Guitar World magazine heard about it, and they came down to my farm after Guitar Player had, but they got their article out first.
Yeah. And Guiding Light. How did that happen? You were on the soap opera called Guiding Light. Was that CBS?
Yes, it'll be on this Friday and Monday, the 18th and the 21st.
All right, of August. And what happened? The guy comes in, let's see, the husband of the head writer is a big fan.
Who is a fan, yes, correct. And he approached me in a club
and
last winter and introduced himself and said that my wife's the head writer from the Guiding Light, and we'd like to know if you'd consider doing a cameo appearance. And I thought, yeah, sure, pal. Sure. Right. We've heard that before. How many times?
Right. Make you a star.
Here, call Ellis. And it turned out to be true.
Yeah. And so you had to say, and not only did you play, we had a couple of speaking lines, or more than a couple.
I was written in as myself. I mean, they really blew it up big time, you know.
One of the things they talk about with you is how fast you are, that you may have the fastest hands in the business.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are real fast.
I know. This is not a test, and that's a little bit embarrassing. But as we go to the break, would you demonstrate a little bit of that for me? Well, something that calls on a virtuoso performance with the dazzling.
Just right on the spot.
Work. Yeah, right. But it was damn good. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Danny Gatton. He'll play more, and interesting man with lots of talents. Right back in a moment. As we promised, what better to do than allow the world's best guitarist, or one of the world's best guitarists, Danny Gatton, play with his bass player, John Previty. Here they are. Danny Gatton and John Previty. Nightwatch continues back in a moment.